Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Good tomorrow. I know what you're saying. I never see you in this fucking room. Are you being held captive? Or are you okay? And the answer is yes, I am safe. For once, I got home early, so instead of being in the rat basement, I'm in the live streaming closet, which is a closet that I converted to semi for live streaming, which I haven't got to do in a while. But I also realized that Streamlabs allows me to record. So I thought, I'll do some recording. I was going to do one of those like Reddit kind of fluff videos for like bad rat setups, and I couldn't find like a subreddit dedicated to that. So then I googled it and I didn't find like shit except for an article about a bioactive rat enclosure, which is nice on paper, but in practice seems like a lot more work than it's necessary. However, one of my favorite things, and I mean my favorite things, a WikiHow article came up in the feed for how to care for hairless rats. So, let's see what that looks like exactly. Okay, so let's begin. First off, this is WikiHow. Jesus Christ, all the ads are blinding me. This was co-authored by a veterinarian. Okay. And it was updated pretty recently, 2020. Let's see. How to care for a hairless rat. Let's begin. Hairless rats are mostly bald, smooth skin, except for a few patches or hairs, such as around the face or around the genitals. They're not wrong. Hairless rats make playful, inquisitive pets, but they may require a bit of extra attention due to their lack of hair. Oh, okay. That was a fun little entrance. Look at that fucking drawing. He looks like a testicle. What the fuck's this trying to say? Give your rat a lab block. Not bad advice. Keep in mind that male rats require less protein, and pregnant and nursing females require more protein. For males, find a lab block that contains... Okay, what they're giving is great advice. Let's say you're a new rat owner, and the closest place you can find rat food is your local chain pet store or a feed store. They don't have them in big bags, so you gotta buy those little fucking shitty bags. And, you also have the effect of most of those don't have like a variant, they just have the base barrel and average for like a pet rat. So I would honestly recommend, if this person had a nursing female, to go for cat food. It's high in protein. But that's just a suggestion. Next part, he looks a little less creepy, but that demon soul there just staring at you. Also fresh fruits and veggies. Okay, let's see what they offer. The kiwi seems a little sus. I mean, nothing wrong, just that ugly bastard. A lot of this is not care. This is just treats. Canned oyster. First off, who's buying canned oysters for themselves? Small pieces of meat such as beef and chicken. That's pretty good. Yogurt, low sugar. Yeah. Okay, water. That's a part of care. God, that poor lich bastard. Now, what are they saying? Do not give your rats a dish while rats kick feces. That's true, but... Okay, now this is some horseshit. Hairless rats also drink more water than regular rats, so you may need to check the water bottle more often. That's complete garbage. Who's telling them this? Prevent your rat from eating certain foods. Green bananas, yes. Green potato skins, orange, artichokes, onions, dried beans. Wild insects. Well, okay. Wild insects. Bare bone, yes. You don't want that because you don't know about parasites. But if you're buying mealworms, crickets, superworms, rats love a fucking superworm. Fucking love it. That's a treat I recommend. tending to the rat cage. Okay. Choose a proper cage. A wire cage similar to a bird cage is best. You can also house your rats in an aquarium or glass tanks. Also choose a tank that makes for right. Okay, size 1. Run around, play. Okay, I don't see anything that's giving me any issue. Softer bedding isn't really necessary for them, but it's nice. Change the bed often. More vulnerable to respiratory issues. Hairless rats are not. That's a genetic breeding thing. To change the bedding, your rats dump the solid. Okay, I know how to clean. Thank you. Adjust the ambient temperature. Hairless rats get chilled easier to regular rats. Just get them a friend. As long as you have a room temperature, like your house is at room temperature, and they have a friend, you're okay. Why you get it? Okay, no wonder you look so miserable. Look at this poor bastard. Let's see how close we can get. Okay, I can't get any closer. Damn. But no wonder you look so miserable. He's alone. Oh God, what's this? Okay. Instead of putting a hairless rat with a furry rat. I didn't know rats could be furries. Humor. Rats are highly social pets and are often like other small pets. Like most small pets, it's best to keep 2 of the same gender and similar age together. Hairless rats enjoy cuddling into the fur of regular breed companions. However, you also put an additional nest box or pet. Why is it quotation hammocks? Should I be afraid? Yeah, the occasional fur rats will scratch hairless rats. That's completely true. I have a decent amount of hairlesses right now that look like they've been beat to death. Veterinary checks. Honestly, depending where you live, like if you're in a rural area, there's a lot of vets that do not see rodents. They just don't. They don't have the qualification. That looks like a terrifying bath. Wipe your eyes. What? Oh, okay. I thought they were saying you had to. Massage the... Skin irritation is a major source of concern for hairless rats. One may keep your rat's skin in good condition is to give him or her an olive oil massage, which will not hurt the rat if he ingests it. To give your rat an olive oil massage, pour a small amount of olive oil into the container and dip it in your fingertips. Rub your oil-coated fingertips on all areas of your rat's skin except the eyes, mouth, and inner ears. Repeat this massage once a week. Follow up the massage with a high-protein snack as a reward. Perhaps a piece of chicken, turkey, beef, or a cube of cheese. No. What? Who the fuck? No. Can you okay, this is the woman that co-offered an expert answer. What is the lifespan of a hairless rat? The average lifespan of a hairless rat is considerably shorter than for haired rats. At around 12 months, this is because the gene coding for hairless also inhibits the formation of parts of the immune system. This makes hairless rats less able to fight infections, more likely to die young. But you can... Like TT, who you have seen on my TikTok, is pretty old. And he looks rough, but he's not getting sick. Okay, tips. Consult. Okay, warnings. Do not use tissue or paper towels for eye cleaning. Hairless rats will need more skin care than typical variants. Avoid cedar and pine shavings when selecting rat bedding. Okay, that was kind of terrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of fucking terrible. How to breed rats, how to breed mice, how to care for pet rats. Fuck it, let's look at a basic rat care. Now, this person who co-offered is a rat specialist and breeder. I'm gonna open up a new tab for him. I'm curious. Rats have been called low-maintenance dogs because of their appearance. I don't feel like reading that. God, these fucking drawings. Okay, the life expectancy is correct. 2 to 3 years. Think about your other pets. You already own other pets, especially cats, when you think cats may be in particular. Okay, I don't see anything. Okay. At least they're being honest about the risk of cancer. Cats are pretty high risk in rats, and I see it in my line. I work with it pretty hard, but I have a couple females now that they have tumors coming up, and I'm gonna have to put them into the hereafter, because they mention a point about the cost of surgery, and small mammals don't do well with anesthesia at all, and surgery's pretty expensive. And I love for a pet rat is something special. Truly, it is. But at the same time, that's a lot of money and medical procedures to put an animal that lives on average 2 to 3 years. Now, you get some that live 4, 5, 6, hell, maybe even 10. But that's a lot to go through for such a small animal. Choose the right number of rats. I don't see anything. Rats need almost constant interaction to prevent boredom, so it's best to get 2. Know how much time you spend. The better alternative is to adopt more than 1 rat so you can keep others. Okay, keep in mind 2 rats is not all work. Is not all more work than 1. In fact, likewise, if you opt for multiple rats, get animals of the same sex, you may find this savage. Or you may find you have established breeding colony. Breeding rats is not advisable unless you're a breeder and know exactly what you are doing. There are so many rats without homes. I hate this fucking line. There are so many rats without homes that it is much better not to breed. Adoption is preferable to breeding. Now, I want to take a tangent here. Just a short one. Now, I've taken it upon myself to pick out rat rescues in a major state, like a state with a lot of population. I picked Florida. Now, ironically, when I picked Florida, I saw OC's Dumbo Rat Breeder, Rat Hammock, and it continues on. That company is actually run by the man who authored this guy here, who offered this deciding to keep pet rats. He co-authored this. That's kind of cool. But that's what I was saying. I looked up for the statistics and I can't find any, which is kind of surprising since there's so many rats that don't have homes. I did a rough count. If you look here, Josephine's Rat Rescue, there's 1. Rats of Florida, 2. There's 2. The guy I mentioned, the Dumbo Rat Breeder, 3. He also has the wild African rats that I love. Fallen Pine Critter Rescue, possibly 4. We know 3 for sure. The rest of these are speculated. So, 4. Suncoast Exotic Animal Rescue. So there's 5 possible. Ears is ears. There's 6. That's for Akitas. North Florida 7. So there's 7. There's 7 entire rescues that are Google ready. Now, I'm sure you can definitely make the case that if I went into Facebook groups or just traveled the entire state of Florida, I could find. Actually, let's see what happens if I zoom the fuck out. I'll zoom all the fucking way out. And let's put rat rescues USA. Now, why is it showing me? Okay, this is not what I wanted, but let's see if I can get better results as I zoom in. Okay, no. Okay, so that ruined that idea, but the point I'm trying to make is you constantly hear these claims about animals being abandoned. Rats, specifically when you look for rats. If you live in a major city area, I'm sure you can find a rat rescue. If you look online, you can find a rat rescue. But statistically, most people walking out the door will not interact with a rat rescue. They won't. I feel that anyone can breed rats. Now, at least they're being very honest. The next thing, some veterinarians, I'll even show it. Some veterinarians will neuter rats. So if you unexpectedly find you have a male and female, you can talk to your vet about the possibility of having a male neutered. Keep in mind, however, that rats are not usually desexed because anesthesia is especially risky for them. At least they got that right. Which makes me happy. Now, let's keep going. That looks like a hamster. Acquire your rats, however possible. Adoption, whenever possible. Adoption is best, since there are so many rats out there needing homes. I want to put an asterisk behind that. Rats are best acquired from breeder or a rescuer. They have a more intimate knowledge of the rats in their care. That's fair. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Pets to rats are usually from the term males. And little consideration is taken into their health. If so, do decide to buy them for a pet or avoid rats with the following problems: red discharge from around the eyes and nose, noisy breathing, open wounds, lethargy, I always fuck up that word, cloudy eyes, dull coat, and runny feces. That's solid advice. Of course, not keeping male and female. A quiz I'm not going to take. Creating a good home for rats. Okay. Buy the right cage. Okay, now notice something. With the hairless, they were like, yeah, you can keep them in an aquarium. This one, though, rats, in all bold, cannot be housed in tanks due to ammonia buildup. Like I've said before, it's not an idea, but you can do it. Get a screen top, don't overcrowd, you'll be fine. And if you do overcrowd, clean weekly. It can be done. It's not idea, but it can be done. Remember that. Okay, then let's just talk about building. Add food and water dishes, wood shavings, provide a nest, consider a rat toilet, buy toys for your rats. Okay, no issue there. Keep your rats healthy and hydrated, clean, healthy temperature, signs of illness. Apparently have a veterinarian whose head is the exact same as yours. Keep your rats happy. Spend time with your rats. Teach them tricks. Take them out. Okay. I don't see a ton of issue with this. Now, is it possible rat bite will make you bleed? Okay. Avoiding pet shops. Where's the best place to buy a rat? Consider a rescue shelter. Me taking species other than cats and dogs. You can bring a rat home when it is 4 to 5 weeks. If you are purchasing a rat looking for animals part of your family, is it absolutely necessary to neuter a female rat? Neutering female rats is rarely done because of the risk involved in anesthesia for abdominal surgery and small rodent. Okay, I don't see too many issues, but okay, let's look at some tips, because I got a little distracted there, I'll be honest. Female rats tend to be more active. Yeah. A happy and content rat will brux by chirping their teeth together. Sometimes their eyes will bug out. Yes, it's fucking creepy, but I love it. Male rats tend to be more smelly. That is because of, like, musk. It's like a musky scent. So keep that in mind if you do want pet rats. Males, I find, are normally more friendly, but just like with rabbits, they have a musky odor. Okay, never pick a rat by the tail. You can, just pick it by the base. So let's pretend this whole thing is your rat. Here's the head. Let's pretend you have like a weird chicken rat. This is the head, this is the body, this is your tail. You don't want to do that. that can break. That isn't going anywhere. You can use that to get a hold and then get a hand onto them. So you can hold them like that. Be like, yo, homie, what's up? And they're like, Rats like to hide. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Your rat's young. Try giving your rats wine corks. They love to shred and chew on them. Show 14 more tips. Sea treats. Make sure your rat's plenty of space. A lot of these are just... Yeah, a lot of these are okay. Just clean the sides of your fucking tank. Never... Okay, warning, do not feed rats to the bar. This does not cause rats extreme pain. Now, if you're slaying them by the tail, yes. Or if you make a fuck up, and grab by the base and they're like, yeah. But just the actual act of lifting, no. It should not. You should be concerned if it does. If you pick up your rat by the tail and it screams, there should be an issue. You should have that looked at. Go to a vet like they recommend. But I can pick up my guys fine. You know, if I wanted to, I could hold them like that. I don't hold them long. You know, no, I'm like, let's go over here. And they'll go over there and they're fine. I need to look in the camera. Not over here. Okay, let's see what else. I mean, will, and yeah, rats are very timid, or, wait. Okay, that's pretty accurate. Well, I think this is, enough for now. Thank you. I hope this wasn't too fucking terrible and disjointed, or what's the fucking word? Disorienting to watch. Thank you.